You know, the past 5 days have been an absolute disaster for a small little gaming company called PlayStation. And honestly, it's incredibly deserved after their insane post on July 1st telling everybody that in 2028 they're going to no longer be putting out physical discs. Well, they pretty much get exactly what they've been asking for. The entire internet literally corralling and going against everything PlayStation has done is truly insane to watch. Hell, their main tweet has already broken more views than the Grand Theft Auto 6 announcement for pre-orders. That's how big this entire thing has gotten. But you know what's funny? Something's a little bit off about this tweet. You see, this isn't the same community note that we saw on July 1st, or the 2nd, or the 3rd. It turns out PlayStation is now trying to work on getting community notes removed from their own tweet talking about this, while everybody else on Earth is literally slapping a brand new note or even multiple notes onto PlayStation. These boys are getting it from all sides, no matter which way, and it goes to show that this company is going all the way back to their massive greed era during the PlayStation 3. It turns out that whenever they are on top, the first thing they do is turn the faucet off and try to screw you as a customer every single time. Now, I know what you're thinking, Alex. You're a PC gamer. Why do you care about physical media in the first place? Well, the real reason is because you are literally losing an option for where you purchase video games or how you in fact even buy them. At the same time, you are on a platform that has no consumer protections, massive amounts of DRM, online check-ins for 14 days, and one of the worst refund policies I've ever actually seen. The thing is, on PC, we have all of those things. We have multiple storefronts, we have DRM-free platforms, and we have some of the best refund policies you could in fact ever ask for. And to make matters even better for us on this side, we can sail the 7 seas if we need to, and be able to find games that have been completely abandoned and no longer for sale. You see, in my opinion, if PlayStation would have learned from this other platform like the PC space or even from Steam when putting their games on there could have been a huge difference in the outcome of this tweet or this decision by PlayStation. But it looks like, honestly, they're never going to learn. And when you hear about what they did next, well, they really haven't learned a damn thing. Because according to Insider Gaming saying this, "Don't Kill the Disc" petition to Sony hits over 100,000 signatures in 4 days. With the bio of the petition saying this, "A disc is a real game that you own. You can lend it, trade it, resell it, gift it, collect it, or pass it down to your kids. A box with only a download code is not the same thing. It's a digital license in plastic packaging. You don't own it. You are renting access that can be revoked, and people have already purchased movies deleted from their libraries and games pulled from sale weeks after launch." The fact that at this moment, right now, in this space, at the time of this recording on Sunday night, PlayStation has still not responded or said anything is an actual travesty. In fact, it honestly goes to show exactly what they've been planning and what they've been wanting to do the entire time, which is basically control every single aspect of the gaming industry. How you buy your games, how you play your games, where you can and can't buy them, or even if you can refund them or even own them. And the fact that this petition has hit 100,000 signatures in just a few days truly goes to show this company has no clue what they're doing, or they clearly do not understand what is in fact happening in the gaming space right now. But the thing is, it's gonna get worse. You see, PlayStation is not backing down, and they're definitely doing one of the dumbest things you could possibly ever imagine. Because according to VGC on Twitter saying this, Sony's largest PlayStation disc plant has already started reassigning staff to make other products. The site in Thalgau, Austria, has invested 30 million euros on new equipment and will retain staff to produce optical micro lenses. with the article saying this: a report from Austrian news site orf.at checked in with the plant to see what its plans were and whether Sony's news would result in layoffs for disc manufacturers. According to Dietmar Tanzer, CEO of DADC, which manufactures Sony optical media including PlayStation games, Blu-rays, and CDs, PlayStation currently accounts for around 50% of its volume, of which around 20% are new orders. According to Sony DADC's head of micro-optics, Marcus Streibel, the tech will become a new era of business for Sony. Micro-optics is the miniaturization of optical systems and elements and serves to focus and direct light in the smallest possible space, he explains. One application would be, for example, a car turn signal that is projected onto asphalt. Oh, they're making it sound like they're helping the environment, am I right? You guys, these are like little LEDs that we can use to make signs for things like asphalt. You know what else micro-optics are used for? AI data centers! They're not talking about asphalt. They're talking about their massive investments into AI. They're doing exactly what every other major company has been doing as well. Dumping every resource, dumping every penny into AI data centers. And that's exactly what micro-optics are being used for, especially those lenses. There have been major reports on how revolutionary these kinds of things have become for AI data centers as well. And doing this and showcasing that Sony is committed to also being part of AI, don't forget that, by the way, is truly insane. They literally went ahead and said, you know what? Your money as a gamer is not enough. And you know what they did instead? They threw every gamer on PlayStation to the wolves. They said, your money isn't good here anymore, even though we're going to keep squeezing it out of you. And that's exactly what they're doing. Now they're dumping all of their tech into AI data centers, making micro lenses for them because it's a bigger payoff doing that than trying to monetize you to hell and back instead. So congratulations, everybody who was saying, oh, you chose this, you voted for this because you bought digital, they're taking it away. No, this was always part of the plan. It was always going to be removing physical media and pumping more money into AI instead, where there's an easy return on B2B. Congratulations. If you fell for the ploy, you got screwed. But if you thought it stopped there, no, it did not. It looks like Eurogamer also found this out about PlayStation as well. With Eurogamer on Twitter saying this: Sony still has to ration attachable disk drive sales to 1 per order due to, quote, high demand, despite plans to end production of physical discs for PlayStation games. And also, Stop Killing Games tweeted this out as well. You will own nothing and be happy. Sony will delete your accounts. Showing a screenshot of Sony's brand new EULA talking about closing your account, saying this: if you have not used your account for at least 36 months, we may take steps to close it. In that case, we will contact you via email address registered to your account and give you 6 months to either log into your account or contact us and tell us to keep your account open. So wait, because of the insane high demand of everybody trying to buy their games physically now because of what PlayStation is doing, they're limiting the actual disk drive to 1 per customer and then going around and saying, hey, if you guys don't log into your online account, we're going to close that son of a bitch in 36 months. Guess what? All your products, all your games, all your purchases, they're all gone. And yeah, you could easily say, well, every other platform does that too. The thing is this: PlayStation is doing it knowingly. They're doing it willingly. They're not just following EU law. They're not just going around and being the nice guys for you about this. Just log into your account every year, bro. That's all you gonna do, is everything we've heard online from fanboys trying to defend this company at every single turn. Yet here we are watching PlayStation be the most insane anti-consumer company you could possibly ever imagine, focusing more on AI, removing everything of ownership from you and giving you nothing in return, making you deal with DRM, giving you the worst refund policy ever known to man, by the way, because the second you download that game, you're cooked, buddy. You can't get any refund back whatsoever. and then literally limiting the actual disk drive, which used to have DRM, by the way, if you don't remember that fun fiasco. To even use it in the first place, you had to connect your disk drive to the internet to allow it to pair to your PlayStation. That was a fun one. And everything else happening across the board, and also by removing physical media in the next 2 years. Now, with all that being said, you would think PlayStation has honestly stepped on enough rakes. You would think that they are done being the dumbest corporation in the gaming industry, bar none right now. Honey, you've got a big storm coming. Because according to Culture Crave on Twitter saying this, Sony's Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls has been blocked in 132 countries on PC via SteamDB. Okay, all right, no, we are not doing this again. You clowns did this with Helldivers, and you learned your lesson, or at least we all thought you learned your lesson after the insane stunt you pulled last time, blocking purchases of every other single person on the planet on Steam because you wanted their monthly active users. And what happened? You guys bent the knee and realized, uh-oh, we made an oopsie poopsie, a little wucky, right? Well, you didn't learn jack. Just like you haven't learned anything since the PS3 era. You're going around now and re-blocking all those countries all over again because you want people to sign in to your goddamn garbage overlay UI bullshit piece of crap that you want to force onto everybody online. Literally trying to monetize everybody as hard as you possibly can. If Steam takes 30%, you at least want to have a monthly active user account to be able to show, hey, we're still putting our games on PC. And I think this is truly why they left the PC platform and why they left Steam as well. Well, they're not really even leaving Steam. They're just putting the live service games on Steam, even though they're doubling down on live service games to reinvigorate the gaming industry, which really means they're going to pump out more slop and garbage. But the fact that even right now, you idiots, you clowns, you morons, haven't learned a damn thing, and you're re-blocking those games again. And I can guarantee you, every other future game that they do this to will also have those same blocks. But the thing is, there's more to this story, baby. So let's see the article by Insider Gaming and find out what Sony's really up to. With the article saying this, PlayStation's first-party releases are kind of working their way out of the PC market going forward. That much we know, but we kind of also know that Sony intends to still publish live service multiplayer-focused games on PC as well as PlayStation platforms. Marvel's Tokon Fighting Souls is the latest game to fall into this camp, given that Sony owns the franchise. The PC launch is hampered by the typical issues that surface when any PlayStation-backed product releases on Steam, and that's that 132 countries are blocked from accessing the game. This is because those countries cannot access the PlayStation Network, which is a necessary requirement for playing Marvel Tokon. No PlayStation Network, no purchase available on Steam, unfortunately. You know what's crazy? This is literally stepping on a rake 2.0. I'm pretty sure that when Asha Sharma went into Xbox, she took the rake that everybody was stepping on and hopefully shipped it to PlayStation so they can have a little bit of a taste too, because clearly that's exactly what's happening right now. Massive amounts of corporate greed and infrastructure literally being designed and created to go ahead and fulfill a self-fulfilling prophecy. You see, PlayStation wanted to get out of putting their tentpole titles on PC. They said the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. Just a couple of billions of dollars, that's not enough. But the thing is, they did it to themselves. They required the PSN login. They blocked all those countries before. And until the backlash got so great, where they fell to their knees and decided, we can't mess with PC gamers, they decided to go back and do it again. Oh yeah, here we go. Now a game that requires monthly active users, games that require an actual brand of people to be online all the time and play your game, are what you're going to use to put up a barrier and a wall to talk about we need those MAUs. All the while, what you're doing is setting those games out to die. But the thing is, this company has no clue what they're doing, going around and re-blocking all of their live service games back onto Steam. Literally is going to prove one thing and one thing only. They didn't learn a damn thing. Even with bending the knee before, they still didn't learn. All they did was go back, lick their wounds, and say, how do we get them next time? How do we make them buy a PlayStation? Guess what? We're not going to buy one. How do we make them buy our games digitally? Guess what? Nobody's going to buy them. You guys have literally put yourselves in a position that is, in my opinion, factually worse than what Don Matrick did during the Xbox One era. And like I said before, let's be real. This wouldn't be a big deal or be as big if PlayStation literally stopped and said, you know what? We understand digital can be scary. We want to make sure your library is protected. Here are all the things we're doing for you as a consumer as we move towards the entire digital future. And then that way, everybody would have been like, shit, bro. You guys got a refund policy, no more DRM online check-ins. This stuff, okay, all right. Hey, you know what? We got 2 years. That's pretty good, not too bad. If they were to do that, that'd be good. They'd have some goodwill, but they didn't do that. They put every PlayStation gamer over a barrel. And I'll tell you this, the one thing nobody's even talking about is this. Rockstar Games knew exactly what PlayStation was doing. Why do you think GTA 6 was all digital and not on a disc? Oh. It wasn't because they would need too many discs to print, even though they cost pennies on the dollar to actually manufacture. It wasn't that. It's because they knew PlayStation was going to be going all digital. And they knew that once this went through, they might as well be the shot across the bow to let every investor know that, hey, this is going to be the way forward, baby. Nothing more than a piece of paper in a box. You'll own nothing, and you'll pretend to be happy. But I think the funniest part isn't just the fact that all this stuff happened. No, not at all. I think the funniest part is the gaming media actually sticking up for PlayStation. No, I'm not kidding. Here's Polygon on Twitter saying this: I won't mourn PlayStation discs. Yo, what? Is Polygon even still around? How are they even active right now? Didn't they lose like 90% of their entire staff? Isn't that website going down the fucking tubes? Why are they even tweeting right now? What they should be doing is trying to figure out a way of getting people to go to their website and see their articles rather than trying to bait people on Twitter. Because honestly, this ratio is not going to help anybody click that article, my boys. Y'all are going down the role of Kotaku. Hell, probably are already way past them the way things are going. And why the are we sitting here defending actual corporations doing the worst possible thing for users and giving them nothing in terms of ownership digitally in return? It's one thing if they took discs away and then actually gave you your library and gave you, in fact, direct instructions on how they're going to be moving forward. Instead, they're just yoinking that out of your bottom feet and going, yep, that's the way it is, I guess. We're going to take away your games, we're going to close your accounts, and you're going to pay us more money because we're going to make an entire monopoly out of our storefront. Oh, and by the way, if you're on PC, now you also have to sign in too. Congratulations. They're doing everything possible to scrape every penny out of your back pocket, and the gaming media are literally right behind them. What are we doing right now, bro? This insane, ridiculous behavior, not only by news outlets, not only by fanboys, not only by giant corporations, is exactly what the problem is with the gaming industry. When you see so many other companies, so many other developers and publishers do infinitely better over time, what we're watching as PlayStation is, again, blocking games on Steam simply because they want monthly active users is truly a sight to behold, even after doing the most insidious thing you could possibly imagine. This company has implemented DRM, online always checks, added DRM to their disk drives, increased the price of consoles exponentially, introduced a $700 Pro console as well, and then admitted to everybody they're going to monetize you over and over again to offset the cost of RAM instead of taking a loss overall. And people will defend this company. They'll defend their practices. Articles will be written talking about how good it is to be all digital. And I really think at this moment right now, PlayStation is in fact having their Don Matrick moment. And it's going to blow up in their face. And it's going to be one of the funniest things we're ever going to witness. I'm guessing after 2028, it'll take about 6 months to a year before you see PlayStation again in front of everybody in Japan bowing in shame after what happened, just like last time with their PS3 on PSN being hacked. I think people are sick of it. I think people have had enough. And I think people are incredibly tired of getting screwed over by every gaming company. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, I want to hear what you guys got to say about this in the comment section down below. Are you surprised that PlayStation is going back to blocking games in countries on Steam, requiring an online login? Are you surprised at all that they're moving into AI? Or do you think this might be the right move for this company overall? I want to hear what you guys got to say. And speaking about what you got to say, here's the comment of the day from Friday's video. With Krylix7168 saying this: I miss when gaming is made from nerds for nerds, not some money-hungry company. You know what I think, Krylix? I think the issue with gaming is at the moment it went super mainstream, that's when we basically lost everything. People who didn't care about the hobby, people who didn't care about the medium started getting into it, and it clearly went to everybody's head. But hey, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. But as always, if you guys want to see more of this kind of content though, more PC port reviews, gaming news, Steam Deck videos, fanboy content, and even live streams, subscribe to the channel. If you want Discord access or emotes during those live streams, become a YouTube member. It's as low as $1. If you don't want to spend the buck, don't even worry about it. Just come on down to the live stream Saturday night, 8:45 p.m. Eastern, right here, as I wear a banana suit and get insulted with text-to-speech. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. It's actually pretty insane. Saturday nights live, 8:45 p.m. Eastern, right here on this channel. If you want to see even more of me though, check out @OhNoIt'sAlexGaming. Link to that channel is in the description down below. New videos are up every single Monday, and I live stream there daily as well. Right now we're playing Black Myth Wukong and just hanging out with you guys, the best community on YouTube. Come on down, hang out, subscribe to @OhNoIt'sAlexGaming, and let me get you through your workday. Trust me, you want to be there. With all that being said though, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a great one, and I'll see you gooners next time. Peace!